Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your full moon in Pisces reading for August 31st, 2023. Full moons close out cycles, and this is our second full moon in the month. They call it a blue moon or a super moon or super blue moon. But in any case, it's the second one. So we did a lot of closing out this month, hopefully. I'm kind of adding a new card here. Somebody, you or someone in your, so the reading is going to be about, is going to give you a direction, right? Because it's a general reading. Maybe for some of you it's difficult to find a direction where the reading is going, and so I take these cards, which is the Quantum Oracle deck, and it gives you a sort of a theme for the reading. And in this case, it's consciousness. It's 7, right? So 7 is Uranus. It's a unique energy under the theme of consciousness and victim mentality. This may be you. This may be people that you have to deal with. But that's the direction the reading is going in. And for you, how you're moving through it through the 2 weeks, let's have a look at that. We have the Chariot, which is really nice. You may be, if you had a victim mentality, you can be feeling more self-assured or self-confident with the Chariot card. It is a success card. I'll read to you what it says. It gives you a yes answer, though it's not my yes card. Success, triumph, focus, drive, travel, and advancement. For me, it is very much about being in alignment with what you think and how you feel, and even sort of your spirit, right? They're all in alignment, so you know what direction you're headed in, and that's why you have the self-confidence. Everything is in alignment. It is triumph and success. It can be travel as well. And again, it's another 7. So that's Uranus. There can be some surprises when Uranus shows up. And it's a unique path, right? It's not cookie cutter. Maybe very unique solutions or situations that you find yourself in. Maybe you think you are a unique individual. And maybe you are Sagittarius. So we all are, I suppose. Okay, so let's have a look and see what is closing out for you. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Life is a gamble. That's what the Wheel of Fortune brings. It can bring a quick change of fate. If you're at the top of the wheel, you can move to the bottom. If you're at the bottom of the wheel, you can move to the top. Now, if I were to take that into the two cards, the two thematic cards that we have here, this is the bottom of the wheel, moving to the top, the Chariot, right? We have a victim mentality, and then all of a sudden something shifts, and we feel better. We feel more self-confident. We feel like we know what direction we're heading in finally. Maybe you get some clarity. It's a nice shift, the Wheel of Fortune in this case. But let's see for sure, right? Okay, this can be in partnerships, bonds of all kinds, romantic, friendly, doesn't matter, it's emotional. But these are desires that are mirrored through someone else, right? So it can be a healing of partnerships. It can be a healing of emotion. And again, whether that's romantic, business, or otherwise, doesn't matter. Whatever your particular scenario is. Nice. You're behaving like a Page of Pentacles, which is my Capricorn card. So this is somebody who is has just learned something new and is kind of ready to show the world how hard he's worked to do it. Look at those muscles. So, excuse me. Maybe you've just finished a study. Maybe it's just a lesson in life, right? And The thing with the Capricorn card and this card, right? Capricorn, they're half fish, half goat, right? So half land, half water, meaning that they have very deep emotions. But the problem with that is that they often don't know how to express that, right? The words just aren't there, or they don't come up, or it's not out of fear, it's just I don't know how to express it. It's like the words aren't there. I feel so much I can't find the words. It's a very interesting energy. So Capricorn often shows their love through gifts, through the physical, or what they can do to help somebody, kind of energy. So maybe you are helping somebody, right? There's a healing energy here who has victim mentality. That's also possible. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, because there is some agitation here, some conflict, which is why we need to heal some partnerships. This can be internal, right? Or you could be the agitator or create conflict. Everybody wants to move in the same direction. They all want the same outcome. However, everybody has a different way of getting there with this particular card. And so that can create some internal conflict. 5 is often your recreational activities, the 5th house in astrology. So it could have something to do with that. Page of Pentacles is a very physical person. They like to be active and sporty, and maybe they're hikers and that kind of energy. So it can have something to do with physical activity and your own recreational sports, that kind of thing. It doesn't have to be, but it can be. But in any case, there is this sort of conflict, right? The 5 pushes us to find balance, right? It pushes us to number 6. So this can create a turn of the mind here, and maybe this is where victim mentality comes in. And again, it doesn't have to be you, but you could create it because this is you and how you're behaving in the situation. So maybe you're the one creating the conflict or the instability of some sort. And that can cause maybe some hurt feelings, or people worry. Maybe you might be worrying about the situation and the conflict and the agitation that's going on within partnerships of all kinds. And it doesn't have to be just 2 people. Again, it can be your recreational activities, it can be work, but I don't see that here yet. Don't have any pentacle cards. Okay, because there's some confusion in choices. You may find it difficult to choose one. The 9 of Swords is thought that kind of gets away with us, or from us rather, takes on a life of its own. Overthinking is what it is. And it could cause a distressed turn of the mind, right? So now we're looking at the victim mentality card. But there is some choice that's necessary with that. Again, the 7, right? So 2 7s, 3 7s now. And the 7 of Cups is like the 7 planets that are offering you 7 choices. And you have to make that decision. And that's a big decision to make. And this card is asking you, what does the heart want, right? To explore what the heart wants. And that might help make the choice a little bit easier, but there can be some confusion around those choices. You could possibly need a rest here, but this for me is more like planning. It feels like planning to me in regards to partnerships and bonds of all kinds. You could be taking a rest from a group or a partnership. You may need a rest. But this is for me very much planning, and at the right time you'll pick up that sword and become active again. And again, this is the turn of the wheel, right? Life is a gamble, especially with choices and that sort of thing. But if you're feeling low, you might get energy, and if you have some energy again, then you go down and you need a rest kind of energy. But I do feel some sort of healing going on with within relationships or partnerships of some sort. Okay, Eight of Wands. Things can move very swiftly once you guys align yourselves with, once the agitation and the conflict calms down. And if you're in, I would say like a sport or you have a recreational activity, things should go very well. And I think you're quite good at what you do. This is swiftness, and if you keep your attention on what it is that you want, right, he's really concentrated on that pentacle. This is the power of intention. This is the law of attraction card. And so things can move in the direction that you want them to go in. It's a really nice card to have, but it does tell you to avoid this, right? To avoid worry, keep your attention on what it is that you want to do. And again, this is you in the situation, so this may or may not be you. Could be people around you, could be the players or the other people involved in the situation, which can be a female, possibly a mother. This is pregnancy, but this is also nature, and it is the card of Venus. Venus goes direct on September 3rd. So Venus goes direct on December 3rd. Things can move more in that direction with creative solutions, abundance, that sort of thing. But it does kind of give me a female vibe, a mother vibe. It can be pregnancy, it can be giving birth, but it's creative and it is abundant. And so I really do feel like there's a female involved here. I feel like that's you. You may be putting a lot of energy behind your activities, behind your physical activities. And maybe somebody is causing you to think about things differently, or offering you a choice that you kind of have to really consider and think about. You may consult a female, or you may consult this King of Pentacles and see if you can't get some help or an idea. But with the Chariot card, there is somewhere you're going, like you are in movement, you are in motion here. Even though you have this Four of Swords, which is kind of telling me like you do need to take some time to rest. And this does feel like group activities, because I do have some people cards here. Especially that King of Pentacles, even though I feel like that King of Pentacles is you. So there is this sort of creative level up once you make this decision that you're really laboring over, right? Well, I did say labor, didn't I? It's interesting. Okay, you have the Temperance card as what Spirit wants you to know. This is patience. Here's the imbalance that we're talking about here. Balance, excess, what is the other? Impatience and inspiration. So I feel like this is the inspiration card, because this is creative solutions, this Empress. She's abundant. She just has, I mean, it's pure nature. And it's like giving birth to new ideas or something. Feels like it. But the Wheel of Fortune is kind of telling me that there are probably going to be some ups and downs in the next 2 weeks, but they seem to reverse themselves. And so if you're worried about something, I do feel like solutions come. I do feel like you gain balance again. Temperance card says things are in a bit of a state of a flux. There'll be 6 planets that are retrograde, and so not everything is going to happen very quickly, I don't feel, and so we will need some patience. But this is refinement, right? We're refining something, even if it's on an internal level. We are refining our internal, our self, right? Our person. But it can also be projects and recreational activities that we can be refining as well, and trying to find balance. It is asking you to temper your temperament, right? Just to keep an even keel and not to, which I think the Page of Pentacles can do that. They're Capricorn, so I think they can find their balance fairly well. But things are in a state of flux with the Temperance card, so it can take a little bit. Okay, I hope this has been helpful. My battery's about dead, so I better sign off. Thank you for listening. I'll be back in 2 weeks with a new moon reading. Take good care. Bye.